All right, the camera's a little closer than usual for a reason. First off, I just got back from a road trip back to Maine, my hometown. My brother was nice enough to gift me with some Black River gin. This is from Sweetgrass Farm in Union, Maine. I've made myself a little gin and tonic, which I'm about to sample. It's got a nice smell. Yep, quite good. But why am I so close? Well, when I was in Maine, friend of the channel and friend of my Patreon, Mike, he has gone and done 3D prints for very high quality 3D prints for 3 of the characters I have from my short stories and eventually novel. Been writing for a long time. I know I've talked about it a little bit before, but anyhow, on my Patreon, for example, I had a serialized story with these 2 characters. This is Mele and Inoke, and there's a figure. I think this is kind of showing up against the background. I hope it is. He's got his backpack. He is a silk maker and merchant, and a young, sort of a little bit past being an apprentice, or maybe still sort of an apprentice, and he teams up with Inoke at one point. She is a hunter, and part of a crew of hunters who live in the area near the city that Inoke lives in. And this over here is Baal. She is my recurring character. She has been kind of my eyes into the setting for a really long time. And as you'll see, she is quite a beast. I imagine her as kind of being about the size of the rock. That doesn't necessarily always translate into figures as well. But she's a beast. And she was kind of started out as my Conan type character, but has evolved over time. Anyway, got these printed. Now, for patrons, I can send the STL file to them if they want to print up these figures. I also have a 4th figure. It's another version of Baal. You know, of course, patrons can also read stories as they come out. At some point, I'll do an Aries figure. Aries is the current serial story that I'm working on, and I always sort of imagined him, sadly can't any longer, being played by Lance Reddick if there were a movie. That unfortunately isn't going to happen. But anyhow, not that a movie was in the line. I mean, my goodness, like 5 people have read this story. So, you know, anyway. So these figures, if you're interested in getting the STL thing to print out your own, check out my Patreon page. And if you're a patron, again, I'll send the files if you are interested in them. That's it for this one. I've got a few more videos to catch up on. My trip was moderately eventful, so I'm not sure when this will post, but there it is. And if you're in Maine, check out this Sweetgrass Farm for some Black River gin. Tasty stuff. All right, take care. See you in the next video.